Good day, gentlemen. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you too, sir.
Yes, I can hear you very well, sir.
Yes, Mr. Vicky, I can hear you very clearly.
Okay. Thanks for respond my email and sorry to cancel the meeting on Wednesday. So as I mentioned in my email that we'll do Skype meeting on Friday, which is today at 6 p.m. Okay, before I start first, I will roll call Mr. Harvin,
Yes, present, sir.
Mr. Ivan,
Yes, I'm here, sir.
and Mr. Mugut.
Yes, Mr. Vicky, I'm here.
Okay, so today we are here to discuss about the updates and also progress about the previous meeting, the proposal that proposed by the officer. So today before we carry on the agenda, so can someone preview the previous meeting?
Yes, I have reviewed the minute of previous meeting and also the agenda. I found no problems or mistakes in it. Therefore, I approved the minute of previous meeting.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Mr. Ivan. So today we have three agenda, which is how to make our work environment more safer. Second is eco-friendly, and at last will be disable-friendly. So let's start with the first agenda, how to make our work environment more safer. Mr. Ivan, can you start first?
Yes, as per what I suggested last week, where we should arrange a security guard service in our company. So may I get the feedback from you, Mr. Vignesh? What is the higher authority approved this idea?
After I discuss with the higher authorities, we approve your proposal on that.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Vignesh, for the approval. For the progress, I have started to open the tender, and I received some proposal from the companies, security guard service companies, where I have the list with me for the proposals. In this case, I do need the help of public relation officer to choose the best company uh, according to the reputation and trustable.
Okay, Mr. Ivan. That's actually a great move by your department because we already have a list, right? Okay, first of all, I will help you to conduct a background search on the background of the company, their profile, and also the history of their company where they already send their security personnel on other companies to work. So actually, this will help us to hire the most trustable and reputable company of the security to actually ensure the security of our workers and also our company. So, but that's something I will ask you. What is the range of the salary or maybe the payment that the tender list that you already came up with?
Okay, so far the range that the companies give me is around 8,000 ringgit to 10,000 ringgit. So this is the range that I received from the proposal.
Um, may I know how many security personnel for is this the range of salary for?
As per we discussed early, where 2 in the day, 2 in the nights. So total will be 4 security guards.
Okay, that should be fine with 4 security guards and 8 to 10,000 salary per month.
Okay, yes.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Ivan. Okay, can we proceed?
Yes, I do have one more idea, Mr. Chairperson.
Okay.
Where previously we have discussed about the safety drill, which has to conduct once a year. So, what is the what the higher authorities feedback to this idea?
We approve your proposal because since our employees' health safety is really important.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Vignesh. Okay, to execute this plan, I do need the help of maintenance and infrastructure officer and also public relation officer. In this event, their involvement is very important to conduct such a big safety drill in our companies accordingly. So may I know what are the involvement that they can do in this event?
Thank you, Mr. Ivan, for involving me in this event. First of all, I will gladly lend my hand on this event, but maybe I'll help you on the maybe to find the appropriate team like firefighting team and rescue team. We also including medical team so that we can actually run the fire drill event smoothly with actually the appropriate person in charge.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Mr. Arvin. How about Mr. Mugun?
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Ivan for letting my department in for joining this event. Okay, during the event itself, I will check back all the emergency light and also the alarm system whether every equipment is working correctly. This is to ensure that the safety drill will run as smooth as possible without any interference. Furthermore, I have also set up few of my colleagues to stand by during the day. This is because we want them to monitor the equipment so that everything goes well, as smooth as possible. In addition, I also keep an update on our fire extinguisher. Last week we have gone through a store check on our fire extinguisher. To our surprise, all of our fire extinguisher is working well. Furthermore, our fire extinguisher has not been expired. So, there is a higher possibility to use our fire extinguisher during the event.
I greatly agree with Mr. Mugun's idea there. I think that our company should actually regularly check our equipment like firefighting equipment, fire extinguisher alarms, so that when we have safety drill or emergency evacuation, we can actually have a better image on the firefighting when they see we are well prepared ahead of the event. Yes.
Okay, thanks for your involvement, Mr. Arvin and Mr. Mugun. To add on to the work, I do have a suggestion for the placement of safety in charge person in every floor, so that they can guide our staff to the exit accordingly to avoid panic among our staff. So that's all from my point in the case of safety.
Thanks, Mr. Ivan.
May I interrupt here?
Yes.
I'd like to ask Mr. Vignesh. So, are we able to fix the exact date or maybe an estimation so that I can actually proceed with booking of the appointment with the firefighting and medical team so that our event can run smoothly?
Alright. Sure, Mr. Harvin. After the meeting, I'll discuss with the high authorities and will come up with the exact date and confirm. I will inform you soon.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Alright. Okay, how about Mr. Mugun?
Okay, since we have discussed it in the previous meeting about, I have been suggested that we have to have an access card to our two main doors, which are the control room and also the higher management room. Reason being is that we want only authorized person to enter those premises. Few days back, I saw few employees enters the premises without any valid purposes. This is why I am suggesting that there is a necessary for us to get an access card on these two main doors in order for us to control the movement in and out of our employees. So Mr. Vicky, is the proposal is approved or not?
Since we all also noticed about that event, so we consider that we should approve your proposal.
Yes, I highly agree with Mr. Mugun's suggestion and the approval of this proposal because it's actually a very important matter here. If there is a security breach we may have lost some important data or some of documents to our maybe our arrivals. Yes.
So, which means that our which means that I can carry on with the further works, and I would like to appreciate for Mr. Vicky to giving an approval for my proposal.
Alright, okay. Thank you, Mr. Mugun. Okay, now we will carry on with Mr. Harvin.
So about the are we talking about the eco-friendly method here,
Okay.
Mr. Vignesh?
Yes, we can now we can proceed to second agenda, how to make our work environment eco-friendly.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Okay, first of all, I'd like to reconfirm with Mr. Vignesh. Are we going on with our proposal, which was about the awareness campaign?
Yes.
Okay, okay. The details of the awareness campaign that I would like to suggest is, first of all, we would like to invite some of the government agency personnel, such as environmental officer from the environmental office of the government. Okay, this is because we can conduct some of talks in our company to the workers about awareness um, of their situation in our company, that their action will affect our company's environment. So we can also conduct some of hands-on activities with our workers during our working period time, so that they are actually run simultaneously, and also we can adapt on their situation.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Harvey. Okay, how about Mr. Ivan?
May I know the update on my idea, Mr. Vignesh, about my first point, which is cleaning team using biodegradable material?
Um, your proposal seems like will so costly. Like we need to have more investment on that. So we have been planned to hold on your proposal.
Okay, never mind, Mr. Vignesh. How about my second idea, which is to create a paperless office?
Okay. After discuss with the high authorities, we all are impressed with your idea. So we can set up a team for you. So we can conduct your proposal stage by stage, rather than we are straight away to get the end product of it.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Vignesh. I really appreciate that. So I will start to form a team and can work on it very soon.
May I interrupt here? I already the proposal of Mr. Ivan was very good, but I would like to ask reconfirm about my proposal just now. Can we fix a date for the awareness campaign actually? Because we need to arrange some of the matter with the government agency as well, and also I like the opinion on how their hands-on activity will work on our company. What do you think, Mr. Ivan?
Yes, I do have a question for that. So, is this hands-on activity suitable for our working environment?
Yeah, I think we'll discuss this matter in detail with the environmental officer, so that we can actually conduct a specific hands-on activity that's suitable in working environment with our company, as it's actually to improve our company's environment, so it should be suitable in working period.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Arvin.
Yes, about the date, Mr. Vignesh, how is it?
Okay. So after the meeting, I will recheck my schedule and will inform you soon as well.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Vignesh.
Okay. So how about Mr. Mugun?
Okay. Well, in the previous meeting, I have bring up by suggesting to set up and recycle bin in some certain place. This is because we want to reduce the waste as well as keeping the environment safe. So, Mr. Vignesh, can I know whether the proposal is accepted or not?
We have been reject your proposal because since I mentioned in previous meeting that we already have the enough recycle bin, but for now we can turning the rubbish bin into the recycle bin to cut our cost there.
Oh, in that case, okay, I'll accept the rejection.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Mugun. Now we can proceed to the last agenda, how to make our work environment disabled friendly. So can someone start first?
Yes, sir. About my suggestion from the previous meeting, which is the modification of working hours for our disabled friendly people. So Is this idea approved by the higher authority, Mr. Witness?
Yes, Mr. Ivan, after I discussed with higher authorities, we all are surprised with your modification proposal. So, because this proposal can lead us to get an award for it.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Vignesh. I'm glad that our company support this idea. So, this modification of working days can be done in two ways, which is first of all, we can done with the task-based job and also the fixed working hours. For the task-based job, the working mechanism is like this. Once the employee finish their given task, they can go back home early. For the second method, we can reduce the working hours. For example, if the supposedly if the employee has to work 8 hours, we can reduce it to 7 hours, where they only have to work for 7 hours. So, may I get opinion on this? Which method that we can use for this idea?
Okay, Mr. Ivan, since you have bring up two good suggestion, as for me, I suggest that we should reduce the length of working period for the disabled person. This is because we can actually remove the burden on them and giving them some space to breathe for them after doing our hectic work in our company. So this certainly gives a good benefit for the disabled person to carry out their daily life activities, and also will have enough time for them to get enough rest. So I think that the second idea that you bring up to this in this meeting is a good idea. How about you, Mr. Ivan, Mr. Harvin?
I think both of them are actually good ideas. So, but if you all choose a better idea, I'll go for task-based job. Task-based actually. This is because I think when we should proceed by giving them a task. So when they are completed task between the time frame, so they after that they can have their rest and go back home early. Rather than we are giving them working less of working period time, maybe we can just give them tasks so that when they are able to finish the task, they can actually maybe go back home, and maybe it will reduce their burden more than just working less hours. Yeah.
Right. So the idea proposed by both idea proposed by Mr. Ivan is quite good. So for me, I prefer the task-based job. At the same time, I cannot um, suggest by myself. I need to discuss with the high authorities as well. Also,
Okay, thanks, Mr. Chairperson. I hope that I receive answer from you very soon so that I can start my work immediately.
all right, sure.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Vicky. Can I know on my progress on the suggestion that I gave last week, which is that we have to construct a ramp and construct ramp as disabled toilets and also assistive technology for the disabled person. This is because there's really a need for disabled toilet, because some of our unfortunate employees having difficulties in using normal toilets. Few of them have issued a complaint on setting up an disabled toilet. So what do you think, Mr. Vignesh?
Actually, we in our company we already have the enough facilities like toilets for them. So for now, we can use it that. After we have enough money from the financial officer, we can invest on the other type of facilities like a ramp. So for now, we can hold on your proposal.
Okay, I appreciate that,
May I
Mr.
interrupt,
Vicky.
Mr. Vicky and Mr. Mugun?
Yes.
I think that rather than we are only for some funds, I think we should actually try to maintain the facility we have, such as the toilet, right? They have issued the complaint. Maybe there have been the toilet may have been not working well, so maybe you can check on that later and do some maintenance for them, because it's actually important to maintain our image as a company, good company. Okay, next, actually, when Mr. Vicky said we need some funds, more funds on the getting the higher tech technology equipment, right, for the SEC equipment. So I think I can try to help our company to find some fund or sponsorship for to getting higher technology equipments by reducing the budget burden. So maybe I can try to go out with some governments or maybe NGO organization to find some funds. This is actually because maybe we can actually propose our company to other undisabled person organization to actually maybe promote ourselves as a disabled company friendly. Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Harbin. After the meeting, you can discuss with the financial officer about the funding.
Okay, yes, thank you.
So, before I sum up, is anyone want to add on your points?
No, Mr. Vignesh.
I'm pretty clear. Yes.
Yes, no, Mr. Vignesh.
So, we already came up with all the updates. The first agenda is how to make our work environment more safer, where we talk about the safety drills and also the access card. And when come up with the eco-friendly, we discuss about the awareness campaign proposed by Mr. Harvin. And at last, the disabled friendly that everyone proposed about the ramp, the enough facilities for the disabled employers. Okay, okay. So that's all for today. So I will adjourn the meeting next week. The time and also the venue I will be informed through email. So hope everyone will be alert about that. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for contribute your time to attend the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.